All right, we start with high clouds. And they're not that exciting, but they do at least make for a nice sunset, which is what we're going to get this evening out there. And then things, well, although not going to be that interesting heading over the next couple of days, there is at least one storm on the horizon. It's about a week away, but it'll have a chance to impact our weather until we get there. A pretty nice setup. And as we get over the northern mountains, you'll notice some cloud cover sort of hanging around the mountaintops here. Has not amounted to much, will not tonight. And tonight's going to be one of those nights with the clear skies and less wind. We're going to see temperatures plummet quite a bit and going to be pretty cold across the northern mountains, single digits, maybe even below zero. Here in the metro, we'll end up down in the 20s. 49 degrees though right now. Southwest winds at 7 miles an hour. Northern half of the state, temperatures 30s and 40s, some 50s around Tucumcari and Clovis, and across the south 30s, 40s, 50s, and even some 60s. We talked about this yesterday and the day before. We would start stepping up temperature-wise. This is a look at the temperatures from now to 24 hours ago, and we are now 9 degrees warmer than we were at this point last night. 10 degrees warmer Santa Fe, 11 degrees warmer in Las Vegas. 10 degrees warmer Tucumcari, 11 degrees warmer in Clovis. So across the board here, definitely warming up a bit. Yeah, some high clouds filtering the sunshine and eventually maybe a little bit of moonlight out there, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. No precip on the way. High pressure is going to sit to our west. Eventually we'll see more of a westerly flow of air, but today, once again, it was more northwesterly throughout the day, but heading into tomorrow, that'll flatten out a little bit. We'll get more of a flow from the west. That will allow temperatures to climb back into the 50s once again, and maybe eventually the 60s as we head into next week before we get the chance at that next storm at the end of next week. So for the most part, a nice setup. But the January report card is pretty simple, and that is that it was cold and it was dry. And for the first time since February of 2012, we are below average temperature-wise. 45.3 degrees is our average for the afternoon high in the month of January. That's 3 degrees below average. And the low, 21.2 degrees, is 4.3 degrees below average. Significantly colder than we usually are, but we're also drier. We should have 0.38 inches for the month. 0.11 is all we got. No surprise there. We end up dry once again. But the mountains are starting to make some progress, by the way, and closing that gap for the snow tell totals and the snowpack numbers. We'll talk about that tonight at 10. 35, Pagosa Springs, 37 in Durango, 35 in Cortez, cool in the morning, then lots of sunshine. Same deal around the northwest. Temperatures here for the most part in the 40s. Sunny and warmer conditions over the next couple of days and really into Tuesday. Close to 50 degrees in Farmington, 61 in TRC, 59 Socorro, and 49 out in Camado. Sunny, mild temperatures out there and over to the southeast. Mostly sunny skies here. Temperatures anywhere from the 40s in Cloudcroft all the way up to 64 Hobbs and 67 in Roswell. Northeast, not bad at all. Teens to start, and even some 20s around places like Santa Rosa and Conchas, and then eventually 40s, 50s, and 60s. Meanwhile, over the northern mountains, single digits to start the day. Angel Fire, Red River, Taos, and Chama. Santa Fe at 22 in the morning and then 48 later on in the afternoon. Out to the East Mountains, high 40s. Sandia Park, Cedar Crest, Mountain Air, all looking pretty good. And then here in the metro, temperatures cold down in Belen and Los Lunas, low 20s, but some high 20s. Heights and foothills, your extended forecast. Temperatures continue to rise. Eventually, we hit 60 degrees next week. We're going to see a storm, you guys, probably Saturday of next week.
Thank you, Mark.
Sports is next.